Yo, what is going on, guys? Adam here, or OEG, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a Twitch or YouTube overlay. So basically this is what we're going to be creating right here. This is the one that I use if you do recognize this overlay. But it's super easy to make. It looks really nice and professional, and anyone can make it if you just follow this tutorial if you have Photoshop. So what we're going to be doing is you're going to open up a new one. We're not going to name it. Make it 1280 by 720 pixels, so the width is 1280, 720 height, and that'll make it perfect for YouTube videos. And first of all, we're going to just double click on background, make it a new layer, and double click again. Choose a color overlay that you're not going to be using on your thing, so we're going to do, we're actually going to change the color just because I'm going to be doing a purple, so we're going to make it like this color. Okay. So this is representing our gameplay footage right now, or the whatever video that we're making is represented by the gray. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to this tool. We're going to make sure it's on rectangle by right clicking, and we're going to choose the color that we want it to be. So I'm going to choose this dark purple right here, and we are just going to make a very, very thin line just over the top right here, just like that. You can actually even make it a little bit smaller than that if you want, but I think mine is a pretty good height. I'm just going to move it down a little bit, and there we go. We're going to go back to layer 0, and this is a good habit to always be in, you guys, just to make, oh, what the hell did I don't even know what I just did. We're just going to extend it. Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, there we go, I fixed it. So you're going to grab this ruler and just put it to the middle. So get in the habit of doing that, you guys. It'll make you line up your stuff make it line up a whole lot easier. And there we go. So we're going to get started. So we have the purple. Then we're going to do the same exact thing, except for we're going to do rectangle tool, but we're going to change the fill to white. So then we're going to make a little bit of a bigger box. Not the whole entire way, and not too big, but just, you know, big enough. You guys can be the judge of this. You can try and make it exactly like this one, or you can use what I'm doing, the technique that I'm using, and make your own. So then we're going to do a new layer, and this is where it's kind of like a little weird, but you're just going to right click, polygon tool, make sure size is 3, the default is 5, so make sure it says 3. Make sure the fill is the same color as the rectangle, and just make a triangle right here. And it's actually a little bit more slanted than I want, so I'm going to do it like that. Then you can click Control H or Command H if you're on a Mac, and just make sure you line that up really nicely. And there we go. We have that triangle right there. Control J or Command J will duplicate that, as you can see. So now we have it again. I'm going to Control H again just to show my stuff. Edit, transform path, flip horizontally, and there it changed the duplication to just flipped horizontally. To line it up, I find it easier to hide everything with Control or Command H, and then use your mouse or your arrow keys to slide it to wherever you want it. And that looks pretty good to me. It looks a little bit high, so we're actually going to do this. We're going to go back to rectangle. We're going to move it up just a little bit to make it a little bit smaller, and then we're going to make all these go back up a little bit more. I think this one didn't go all the way. So let's see how that's looking so far. Control H. So that looks pretty good so far, you guys. I'm happy with this. And then we're going to go up here. We're going to click New Layer. And this one, we're actually going to go straight ahead to the biggest layer right here. So we're going to do the same thing. Change it back to rectangle. The fill for this one, I use like an off black, kind of like a dark gray. And this is going to be your biggest one, like height-wise. So make it to about here. You don't want it to take up too much of your video, because remember, this light gray is your video, so you don't want to be blocking too much of it. Control H, show your rulers, make sure that it's centered. Sometimes if it's really close like that, the easiest way to do it, you guys, is with the arrow keys. And that's looking pretty good. I actually like that height, so I'm going to keep it like that. We're going to go new layer, and the same exact thing, right click, polygon tool, make sure it's 3 sides. It's not going to change, but just keep in mind that it needs to be 3 sides. Make a triangle. It can be bigger. If you're going to make it not the perfect size, make it bigger, because it can extend off the page. And make sure you line it up. That's alright. That looks good to me. So we're going to duplicate that. We're going to go to Edit, transform, flip horizontal, and we're just going to drag this one over here. We're going to use our arrow keys to line it up, and we can go ahead and show everything, and it is looking pretty nice, you guys. So remember, this is where you're going to like put your name or whatever, and we're not done yet, so we're actually going to go to right here. We're going to click on the first rectangle, and then we're going to click add layer. And the reason we want to do this is because this layer, it's easier if you just make it go behind the black and the white, but you kind of needed to do it in this order to make it the easiest. So we're going to go rectangle, fill, just recent colors, same color as that first little small one that you did, and we're going to make a rectangle that's thinner than the white one, and it goes about this length, and move it to the center just like this, over one. There we go. And it can even maybe go up a hair. Alright, so then there's this, and we're going to make another layer, and you guys know the drill by now. Just make a little triangle right here, and Control H, slide it down to where, you have to click this button to make it be able to slide, and there it is. Alright, Control J to copy it, and we're going to bring this over here. We're gonna edit, transform, and flip horizontally, and we're gonna move this one into position. The flip horizontally just makes it so it has the same angle for the triangle, so it's like the same incline on both sides. Now obviously this one is a little bit sharper than this one, and I mean, if you want to try and make them all the same, go right on ahead, try and do so, but I don't think it really matters. It looks nice how it is right here. And then what we're going to do is, if you hold shift, click the top one, hold shift, and then bring it down to here, then right click. You're going to want to rasterize these layers, and then shift click the first three. Oh, was I not? Yes, I was. It's not working right now, you guys. Alright, there we go. I just had to click them all. And the first three, we're going to merge these layers, and the next three, we're going to merge these layers, and then the next three, we're going to merge these layers. So if you don't know what this was doing, let me bring this up. So now basically all the black ones are together. That's not centered. No, it is. Alright, now all the white ones are together, and all the purple ones are together, so they won't move, like it'll be easier. And then this last rectangle is just that little thin one. So now we have all these together, you guys. So this is basically your thing. This will be where you put your name. This will be for a Twitch overlay. This will be or it could be like a Twitter name, and then this one could be YouTube. For a YouTube overlay, it would be like Twitter and then your Twitch channel. We can actually delete this layer now, just to show you this part. And then you want to double click on this, go to stroke, and change it down to 1 point. And do so for every layer. You can do that same thing for every layer, or you can copy layer style and then paste it for each one of these. Paste layer style, and paste layer style, and paste layer style. So what that did was that added, actually I'm gonna add back a rectangle. Let's change it back to that gray, like a light gray. I didn't really need to delete it, but let's bring this down here. So now, as if you can see, I don't know if you guys could notice it, but there is a little black line which just makes it pop out a little bit more from your video. Makes it look really nice. And then the text is completely up to you. I don't have any text downloaded on this computer because I usually use my Mac for Photoshop. And we're gonna make a new layer, bring it up to the top, and we'll just write Ouija. Let's see how that looks when I make it bigger. It doesn't really stand out. You guys can change these colors to whatever you want just to make sure that it works. And then I don't even know how this will look, but you could do a stroke, make the stroke white. That might look really dumb, but you know what, there it is. Now you can see the words Ouija. Did I change the stroke to 1? In my opinion, the stroke at 1 usually makes it look the best because it's the thinnest. And there we go, you guys. So that is, I'm not gonna do it, but just like there's a bunch of videos that actual graphics designers put up that have logos, so you can find the Twitter logo, the YouTube logo, the Twitch logo, and you can put that right there and then have the text right there. I'm actually going to pull up my actual one if you guys haven't seen it. So it's like this. So I have the YouTube in a circle and then the Twitter in a circle. This is my Twitch stream overlay. So there is that, you guys, and that is going to be it for this video. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments. I will be happy to help you guys. If you guys want to see any more Photoshop tutorials, I'm not the greatest, but I have a pretty good understanding of Photoshop, so I should be able to figure out anything that you guys ask for. Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it, and I think this overlay looks really professional. It looks really nice, and it just adds to your videos. So if you guys did enjoy it in any way, click that like and subscribe button. If you guys want to see another tutorial, comment what you want to see, and if you guys have questions, comment as well. I will be answering any questions that you guys have. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Adam or Ouija, and I will see you guys later. See you guys later.